The reason I chose to study at University of Greenwich is because of the campus, the strong reputation, as well as the comprehensive curriculum that covers all the aspects of human resource management.
The HR programs here at the University of Greenwich are accredited by the Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development, CIPD, which adds credibility and also enhances employability.
What really makes our HR programs or the way we teaching HR programs in University of Greenwich unique is that we tend to integrate people from industry to help in developing the curriculums and also different modules. We also trying to focus on something that is quite recent and trendy, such as we can prepare the student to actually understand how to manage people based on different backgrounds into the diversity management, and we can prepare our graduates to actually go out to work in the organization from different backgrounds in different industry.
I think the biggest surprise for me was realizing how important HR is in the bigger picture of a business. Before starting this master program, I used to see it more as a support function, administrative function, but now I understand how strategic it is, how closely it works with other departments, and it's really important, and it plays a role in shaping the company's direction.
All the subjects were very interesting, and the lecturers always helped to make it very interesting through group work, assessments.
Probably one of my favourite events that we've done is the Unconference, where we had HR professionals come from outside, we had students, and we were discussing various things like the discrimination within the workplace and how AI is affecting HR, and all of these new concepts that were actually happening in real time in the workplace, not just theoretical things in classrooms.
The university provides personalized academic support throughout a student's academic journey. And from the day of enrollment throughout the entire study period, they have study skills workshops. Students can attend academic writing sessions. They have access to research guidance, and they receive one-to-one feedback to strengthen their academic performance.
And that has made a huge difference in my academic experience.
I think the University of Greenwich provide a lot of support from students, not only in academic, also in professional career development.
The careers that our students actually pursue, there are various careers, starting from HR generalist until HR specialist. And people pursue different types of careers based on what they actually prefer, and they can see themselves fit in the organization.
I recommend to study at the University of Greenwich, not only because of your career or academic development, but also for the connections that you will create while you are studying in the university.
You will definitely create meaningful friendships as well, and practical experience, and also it will be a place to shape your future.